Now, before I take a trade, this is the first thing I do. The very first thing I do. Firstly, I open my chart. I try to identify the direction of the market. Is it going up or coming down? Is it an uptrend or a downtrend? Okay, before I buy or sell. That's the first thing I do, because you can actually get into the market and be buying when the market is about to drop down, or when the market is selling. Okay, so the first thing to do is identify what the trend of the market. And how do you know that the market is in an uptrend? Now let me take you to this route. How you know that the market is in an uptrend? Don't forget I told you in my previous video that you must identify at least two higher highs and two what? Higher lows. Okay, so you have series of higher highs and series of higher lows. That's how you identify that the market is in an uptrend. Now when you get into the market, come to the higher time frame. Don't go and start analyzing the market from the lower time frame. No, try to do what? Look at the market from at least the 4-hour time frame. Now, what I do is I go to my weekly time frame. Generally, that's where I check for what? I just want to know the general trend of the market. I want to know what the weekly time frame is doing. Then when I know what the weekly time frame is doing, I dabble into what? My daily time frame. And from my daily time frame, I come down to my 4-hour, and that's where I take a decision. Right? So now let's go to the weekly time frame. So it is obvious and it is clear that on the weekly time frame, the market is actually ranging from what we have on the chart, right? Now, let us move down to our daily time frame and see what's happening. Now, on our daily time frame, of course, we can see the range very clear here, right? The range is obvious. It's very, very clear, right? So you know that the market is ranging at this point. But of course, we know that generally we are in an uptrend. Okay, we are in an uptrend. Now, let us go to our 4-hour time frame, right? Let's go to our 4-hour time frame. This is where we make our final decision. Okay, now on the 4-hour time frame, it is obvious that the market is actually what? The market is in an uptrend. Now, if you look at this chart, you will see clearly that when you put them together, we've gotten what we call, the structure here is what we call the head and shoulder formation. Now, this is it. I will show you clearly what I mean. Now, look at this chart. You see that here you have shoulders here, right? You have a shoulder here. Oh, what am I looking? Now you have another shoulder here. Oh my God, to unlock. You have another shoulder here, right? And here you have a head. So you see, it is clear that we have a head and shoulder formation. Head and shoulder. Let me make the sign of the cross. Now, when you see a head and shoulder formation at the support level, what do you think of? You think of buying. You think of buying. And don't forget that, now let me remove these guys. That for you to be sure that a market is actually in an uptrend, like I told you, what's wrong? Why is this guy not going out of this place? Now, for you to be sure that the market is in an uptrend, like I told you, you must have at least two higher highs and two higher lows. Now, let us see if we can find that on this 4-hour chart. Okay, now what the market did was, at this point, the market was actually dropping down from this point, right? You can see the market was dropping down from this point. Now, the market dropped down from this point, right? Remember, we are analyzing this market, this chart from the 4-hour time frame. Now, when the market dropped down at this point, the market gave us what? The market came to this point, got to this point, and couldn't move further. Now, you can see that the market got to this point, and couldn't move further. This particular point, right? It got to this particular point, and the market couldn't move further. And what happened here? Now, the market now give us what we call a double bottom or a zone of rejection. Okay, now we have this rejection here. When the market got to this zone, the market couldn't move further. You can see clearly that the market couldn't move further from here. All right, now the market now give us a high at this point, at this particular point, right? This particular point, the market give us a high here. Now we should be looking at the market breaking this last high. That was the last high the market created. Now the market now came and broke the high. Let us remove this guy. This guy came up and broke this high. Okay, this guy came up and broke this high, right? Now when he broke this high, when should we enter this market? We still need to wait for this high to be retested. Now the market did all the shenanigans here, then came back and retested the high at this point. Okay, so we have the high here. The last high created was at this point, right? Sorry. So the last high created was at this point. Now the last high created was at this point, right? And then what happened? We needed that point to be retested. And then the market came to this place and retested this point. It's clear. Now the market retested this point. At this point, we are sure that this market is doing what? Going to buy. It's very clear. You see how patient you need to wait. We waited for this market to do all the shenanigans. All we want is for the market to come and break this last high created, to come and retest this last high created rather. And after doing all the shenanigans, the market came here and retested the last high. And at this point, we are sure that the market is going to do what? Take an upward direction. Now, this is where we call liquidity. Okay, at this point, you are sure that the market is going to buy. Since the market could not, I remember I told you that whenever for you to have your confirmation, you need to have series of what? Series of rejection. Now you can see the series of rejection happening here at this point, right? You see the series of rejections happening here. It is obvious. We can even count almost how many candlesticks. You see the series of rejection. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost how many candlesticks? The market kept dancing there before it now did what? It gave us a very big bullish candle. Which is this guy. Okay, the market now gave us a very big bullish candle, which is this particular guy. Now, this guy was already a confirmation. All we needed to do is just be patient, okay, and see what it will play like. Now, when he gave us this big bullish candle, all we need to do is what? We need to be sure that, okay, fine, we are going in for a buy. Just put in your buy, okay? So at this point, you can then put in your buy. But then remember, we are trying to understand where you know that, okay, the market is making a higher high and a higher low. Now let us focus on this structure. Now when the market moved, okay, what it did was the market moved, gave us a low here, okay, at this point. Sorry. The market gave us a low at this point. Give us a low here, right? Now the market now moved further. What was the market trying to do here? It was trying to break this particular what? This particular high. This high. And how was it broken? Now the market gave us a very big bullish candle. This bullish candle. Now this is how SMC traders trade. Now what they do is
they will now look for, this is what we call, this big candlestick is what we call a fair value gap. Okay, so what they will do is they will now come to this point. They will look for the last candlestick, the last candle that formed beneath the big candle, the last candle, and if you check, it is this guy. So now what they will do is they come here and mark this point. Okay, I mean this point of this particular candlestick. You see, they will mark this point and then also mark the last candle that formed after the bullish candle, the first candle next that formed at the resistance level now, which is this particular point that give us a doji. You can see a small cross here, which is this particular candle, okay, that formed something like a cross. Now what they will do is they will mark this point. Okay, now whatever happened in between this place, okay, whatever happens here, this is where they are going to put in their trade. Now at this point they know that, okay, fine, we have a fair value gap, and once the market respects the fair value gap, we are going in for a long buy. Okay, now what happens is at this point they're going for a long buy. That's notwithstanding, we are trying to talk about higher highs and higher lows, which I know you understand already. Now, for us to be more sure, we look at the structure, we've seen that, okay, fine, this last low at this point has also been broken by this big bullish candle. It came back and retested, okay, the breakout, which is the fair value gap I told you about. Now, we made another high, which is this guy. Now, you can see that the first high we made was this guy. Sometimes the structure might not come in too straight, but if you know what you're doing, you know that, okay, of course, we are in an uptrend. Now, the first guy we made was this high. We made this high first, right? Then we came down and made another low. We made a low here, giving us a double bottom at this point. You see, it gave us a double bottom here, which is inside the fair value gap. Now, let us look for the next high. We need a high that is higher than this guy, okay? Now, the market gave us that this is a high, this is a low. Now, we need another high, which is the higher high, higher than the previous high. Now, this is the higher high. This guy is higher than the previous high. You can see clearly that this particular guy is higher than this high. Now let us look for a higher low, a low that is higher than the former low or the previous low that was formed. Now this is the low, this low. Okay, you can see clearly that this low is higher than this low, this high is higher than this high, and that is how we say you must have at least two higher highs and two higher lows. Okay, now let us go further. We need another high, right? Now we find another high here. This is another high. This high is higher than the previous high we just made. Okay, now let us look for another low. You can see how you identify that a market is in an uptrend, right? Sorry, to move this guy. Ooh, Forex is sweet. It will detail you on what to do. Now, this is another low. Now you can see that we've had two higher highs and another two higher. So now you see we have one high here, another high, another high. That's three high. We have one low here, another low, and another low. That's what, three lows. Okay. Now you see that the lows we are getting are higher than the previous lows, and the highs we are getting are higher than the previous highs. Now let us see another one. The last one that the market is currently is this guy. Okay.
All right, so guys, you can see clearly that we have what? We have clearly an uptrend where you have series of higher highs and higher lows from the chart, right? It's obvious and it's clear. So what is difficult there? It is obvious that the market has given us series of what? Higher highs and higher lows. Now we have gotten to this point, right? Now, if this market now gets to this point, sorry, gets to this point and decide to what? Stop at this point. Okay, what we should be expecting here is a change of what? Character. Is a change of character. Looking for. So now if the market gets to this point, this zone, and cannot move further, what we expect is a reversal. Okay, the market will now come down and look for another strong support to back it up, and then it moves again. So let us watch at this point and see. So you can clearly identify an uptrend now. Okay, no matter what, it's easy. You can see how I spotted the uptrend. We have what? At least two higher highs and two higher lows, or series of higher highs and higher lows. So you can see it very, very clear, very, very clear from what we have here. Okay, from what we have here, it's so clear. We can decide to bring this guy down here. Okay, as well. So guys, what is difficult there? Okay, what is difficult there? Tell me. Okay. So it's very, very obvious. It's very, very clear. Let me also do this. Put this guy here. So we have what? We have a low here, we have a high here, right? We have a high here. Okay, we can bring this guy a bit higher because I saw a low somewhere. And then we have another, we have a low here. Okay, so I think this is even our first high, okay, and our low. Okay, and then we have another high here, which is this guy. Okay, and we have a low here. Now if we want to even rearrange this guy, now we can put it this way, but then you know this guy came down and gave us a support level. So I'm trying to put it here. Good. So now I think this guy is looking higher than even this. Okay, we can, it's still okay. We can put this guy here. Okay, and put another low here. Right, so we can make this guy a bit smaller, so it will give space for this guy. But then if you look at this market, now you see we have what? We have a low here, we have a high, okay, that broke this particular high. Then we have this low, then we have another high here, we have a low. Okay, here it's looking like more like an equal high and an equal low. Okay, so we have a good support here, 1 2 3. Okay, that's a major support level, and that is what aided this guy to move. Then we have another new high here. Okay, we have another low, we have another new high, we have another low, we have another new high here, and here at this point we also have an equal high. Okay, I hope this is very, very clear. There's no mistake. Okay, we have an equal high, and what do we expect here? We expect another new high, but if it cannot go, because this place is actually a major resistance, now that is when the market will now break down, okay, and probably look for a support level and then spike up again. So now what you should be looking out for is to do what? Look for a strong support level that you'll be waiting for the market, since we are currently on a buy. The only way we can say this market has changed is what I am going to take you on the next video. I will tell you what change of character is and what break of structure is. I'm going to tell you the difference and explain it to you on the chart. Okay, so it is very clear here that we have series of higher highs and higher lows. I hope you can now identify when you say a market is in an uptrend. Now we are also going to identify when we say the market is in a downtrend, but that will be in another video. So stay glued. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel, okay, and follow me. And then if you want to also take a special class, don't forget to do or hit me up on my DM. Okay, we're gonna private chat, give you my WhatsApp or my Telegram, so we see how we can move on from there if you're really serious about taking trading to the next level. Guys, I'm Leba Forex. God bless you.